Okay, we're here with Maria Lopez-Knowles. She's president of Global Hue Latino. We're here in the financial district in Manhattan, and we are talking about the Hispanic market, which is extremely varied. And it's not just about translating your website into Spanish and thinking you're going to reach them the right way. So Maria actually conjured up a long time ago the idea of the wink, and I'm hoping that you can explain what that means and how that applies when it comes to targeting various Hispanic audiences online.
Sure, thank you. The wink is really a way to acknowledge the consumer in a way that hasn't been done before. So in the case of Hispanics, those that are born here, which are the second generation Hispanics, or those that come here at a very early age, the 1.5 generation Hispanic, they are English language dominant. They primarily engage with English language media, but they're known to not be very brand loyal. And they're not brand loyal because a lot of marketers fail to really connect with them emotionally when they're speaking to them or marketing to them. So the wink has multiple aspects to it. The wink is a way to acknowledge them as consumers, understand linguistically how they communicate amongst themselves to each other, which is primarily in English with maybe one or two words in Spanish. That's the linguistic wink. The cultural wink is understanding who they are, what life stage they're in, what their life experience has probably been, and making sure that that connection is made as well. So linguistic winks are typically action words, and you would typically use it in the case of online advertising at definitely in the first screen of a banner ad, because you want to get their attention up front, and ideally at the end because you want to close with an action in Spanish. In terms of leveraging cultural knowledge about that individual, we can, based on the digital information we have, we know if a user is English language dominant for starters, because they probably spend more time consuming content on English language media, but yet some on Spanish language media. So if we know we have an English language dominant Hispanic online, and we know that they are probably going to go through a retroculturation process at some point in their lives, driven by a key life event like the birth of a child or the death of a parent or something major like that. If you are a marketer and you know you have an English language dominant Hispanic online, they're probably an influencer, and they're having their first child, they're looking for maternity clothes. 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to retroculturate. So maybe you serve up an ad of music, a CD music offer of Spanish language lullaby, so you can connect with them almost before they've even begun the retroculturation process, and you're there emotionally with them through the process. So that'll drive not just loyalty and engagement, but obviously advocacy and a longer and harder return on investment, because you're really giving them a lifetime ROI. And it's really a return on influence as well, because that individual probably has influencer traits, because they were probably Sherpas for their foreign-born relatives when they were growing up, interpreting the U.S. culture and translating the language for their relatives.
Great. Thanks a lot, Maria.
Sure.